Welcome back to Rekt Radio, the only show on the internet that sees a flat market not as a problem, but as a runway being paved for the next supersonic bull run. I'm Sunny, and folks, the foundations are getting stronger by the day.
And I'm Cole. I'm here to remind you that a runway is also just a very long, flat road that can lead absolutely nowhere. This isn't a foundation, Sonny. It's a parking lot, and it feels like we've been stuck here for weeks.
It's not about being stuck, Cole. It's about strategic expansion. While the big assets are consolidating, the real builders are knocking down walls and connecting empires. Did you see the news about Backpack Exchange?
I did. They're integrating another blockchain. Let me guess, you're going to tell me this is the final key that unlocks the multi-chain future and brings about an age of digital harmony?
It's a massive step in that direction. Think about it. Backpack started as a major player in the Solana ecosystem, right? Now they're integrating the Sei network. This isn't just adding another coin, it's building a bridge between two of the highest performance ecosystems in the space. They're bringing Sei's parallelized EVM capabilities into their platform.
Okay, let's translate that from techno-optimist into plain English. Parallelized EVM means it can process a bunch of things at once. So, a popular exchange is adding a faster blockchain to attract more users who want to trade faster things. This isn't some grand philosophical statement on interoperability. It's a business decision. They're chasing volume and liquidity, plain and simple.
But the implications are what matter. This is the end of blockchain tribalism. It's no longer about being a Solana exchange or an Ethereum L2. It's about becoming a universal platform for the best technology. Sei brings incredible speed and low transaction costs, which is perfect for the kind of high-frequency activity you see on an exchange. Users on Backpack won't have to choose. They'll get the user experience of a top-tier app powered by the best parts of Solana and Sei working together in the background. This is how we move towards a future where the user doesn't even need to know what chain they're on. The tech just works.
A future where the user doesn't know what chain they're on is my absolute nightmare. Do you know why? Because when you hide that complexity, you're also hiding the risks. Every time you connect two different ecosystems like this, you create a new seam, a new attack vector. We've seen cross-chain bridges get exploited for hundreds of millions, even billions of dollars. So while the front end looks smooth and seamless, the back end plumbing just got exponentially more complicated. What happens if there's a critical bug in the Sei integration? Does it halt trading for Solana assets too? Or customer funds commingled in some new, untested hot wallet structure?
That's pure speculation. This is a top-tier team building a sophisticated product. The long-term vision here is what's so exciting. Imagine a single exchange where the fastest, most powerful applications from every major ecosystem can live side by side. It creates a network effect. Developers will flock to platforms where they can access the largest pool of users and assets regardless of their native chain. This breaks down the walled gardens that have been holding crypto back. It's a move from isolated city-states to a global, interconnected economy. That's the dream.
It's a dream built on a spider web of untested connections. You see an interconnected economy, I see systemic risk. You're concentrating more and more activity into a single point of failure. It's great for Backpack's business, sure. It might even be great for the user, right up until the moment it isn't. Remember, these are still centralized exchanges. This isn't a decentralized bridge being governed by a DAO. It's a company making a tech decision. Their interconnected economy is still inside their own walled garden. They've just built a new wing. The fundamental risks of centralization haven't gone away. They've just been painted over with a shiny coat of multi-chain marketing.
I think that's an incredibly cynical take on what is fundamentally a user-focused upgrade. But I know what will really get you going. Let's talk about the big dog. Let's see what the market itself is telling us. I'm pulling up the technicals for Bitcoin on TradingView.
Oh, wonderful. Let me get my déjà vu medication. I'm pulling up the one-day chart. Please, Sonny, don't say the word. Just don't.
I'm going to say it, Cole, and I'm going to say it with more conviction than ever before. The overall summary, neutral. The oscillators measuring that twitchy short-term momentum, neutral. And the moving averages, the deep, powerful current of the market, neutral. It's glorious. It's holding.
It's not holding, Sonny. It's frozen. This isn't just a patient in a coma anymore. This is a woolly mammoth trapped in a glacier. We've been looking at this exact same reading for weeks. It's not a signal, it's a flat line. It is the complete and utter absence of a signal. The market has ground to a halt so profound that every single indicator from the fastest to the slowest has just given up. It's a sign of total, absolute, soul-crushing apathy.
No, you're missing the beauty of it. Last week, a neutral reading was a sign of equilibrium, but a prolonged state of perfect neutrality, that's something else entirely. That's not a pause. It's a foundation being set in granite. Think of the immense pressure this market has absorbed. Every piece of FUD, every inflation report, every geopolitical tremor, and it hasn't budged. The sellers have thrown everything they have at it, and the buyers have absorbed it all without even flinching. This isn't apathy, it's the definition of strength. It has transformed from a volatile, speculative asset into an immovable object. This is the great stability, the long, quiet period of accumulation before the next paradigm-shifting rally.
The great stability? You're just inventing grand names for a dead market. It's not an immovable object, it's a ghost town. All the players have gone home. The bulls don't have the money or the conviction to push it higher, and the bears don't see enough profit in shorting it to even bother. This isn't strength, it's a narrative vacuum. Capital, like nature, abhors a vacuum. The money has gone elsewhere, to AI stocks, to other markets where there's actually a story, where there's growth and excitement. Crypto is just sitting here collecting dust. This isn't a foundation, Sonny. It's an artifact in a museum. People can look at it, but nobody is using it.
It is a coiled spring being compressed to a density we have never witnessed before. The longer it stays in this neutral state, the more energy is being stored. You see a lack of movement, but I see potential energy building to a critical level. All the paper hands, all the tourists, all the leveraged traders have been shaken out by the sheer force of boredom. What's left is pure conviction. The moment a real catalyst appears, and it will, the release of that energy will be spectacular. We will look back at this period not as a coma, but as the single greatest buying opportunity of the cycle.
And I think we'll look back on this as the final warning sign. A market that doesn't react to anything is a broken market. It's become so brittle that the next shock won't be absorbed, it will shatter it. This stability you're celebrating is the most dangerous environment the market has ever been in.
That's all for this episode of Rekt Radio. Don't let the quiet fool you. The world's financial systems are being rebuilt and interconnected under the surface, and the price of the core asset is building a launchpad of unprecedented stability. The next chapter is going to be one for the history books. Stay bullish.
And my final thought, don't confuse silence with safety. A forest is never louder than it is right before an earthquake. The market has lost its narrative, its momentum, and its participants. Be careful out there. Don't get trapped in the glacier. You've been listening to Rekt Radio.